Today's lesson is about nutrition labels. It's how to read and understand food labels. You can find all the information you need on page 39 of the Wellness book. To get to the Wellness Unit booklet, please go to www.frcphysed.weebly.com. Click on Courses, Grade 10, and select Mandatory Assignments. There you will find a button to download the PDF version of the Introduction to Wellness Unit book, which is where all the information is stored. So why are we talking about food labels? Most of you have probably seen a food label before, but might not have thought about why it is important to be able to read what is on it. Understanding a food label is important because it gives us more health information about the foods that we are eating. It can help us choose and compare products. It tells us information about what is in the product, like how much fat, protein, carbohydrates that it has, as well as some of the vitamins and minerals that it also contains. And finally, it can help us determine whether a product is healthy or unhealthy, and whether it is something that we should be consuming more often or not. Here's an example of a food label. All prepackaged foods like cereal boxes, cans of soup, or cartons of milk must have a label on its packaging. It is law. Foods that do not come in a package like fruits and vegetables and some bulk products may not contain a food label. However, you can still find their nutritional information if you go online and do some research. Food labels contain a lot of information and sometimes can feel overwhelming. So on the next slide, we'll go over what to look for on a food label. One of the first things to look at on a food label are serving sizes. Serving sizes can be listed in many different quantities, including cups, grams, and milliliters. Knowing how much a food serving size is for a product is important because all the nutritional information on a label will be based on it. If you are ever comparing two products, looking at the serving size is a good place to start. Listed right below the serving size is the number of calories. This will be based on one serving. Calories don't always tell us the whole story of the food, however. Just because something has a lot of calories doesn't mean that it is unhealthy. Looking at the rest of the label can help you determine whether a food is a healthy choice or maybe a food that you don't eat as often. Remember from the last session that if you add up the number of calories from protein, carbohydrates, and fats, it should equal the total number of calories. On the right side of the label are the percentage of daily value. This puts nutrients on a scale from 0 to 100. This scale tells you if there is a little or a lot of a nutrient in one serving of a packaged food. Typically, anything with less than 5% is considered a little, and anything over 15% is considered a lot. We should try and eat foods that contain a lot of fiber, calcium, iron, and vitamins A and C. We should also try to limit foods that are high in saturated fats, trans fats, sodium, cholesterol, and sugars. At most labels, the percentage of daily value is usually based on a 2,000 calorie diet. Some of you may need to eat more or less than this depending on your calorie needs. So your daily value may be higher or lower. By law, prepackaged foods must contain a food label. However, sometimes food companies can be sneaky with what they post on their packaging to make their package seem more healthy. What is wrong with this label? Be really careful when looking at serving sizes. These chips don't seem too unhealthy. However, only 11 chips is considered one serving. For this type of product, it might be very easy to consume enough chips to equal 4 or 5 servings. Sometimes small bags of chips might not contain exactly 11 chips. They might contain more than that, and most people will consume the entire bag. Another thing food companies can do to make their products seem healthier is clever marketing. There aren't as many rules about what types of pictures or slogans companies can put on the front of their packaging, so they often use cartoon characters, pictures of fruit, or healthy slogans to lure people into buying their products. Don't get fooled by clever marketing, and remember to check out the facts in the label to make your own decision about the product. Beware of sugar, however. When choosing appropriate food items for your meals, one thing that people look at is sugar. On sugar in food labels, it is measured in grams. 4 grams of sugar is equivalent to about 1 teaspoon or 1 sugar cube or 1 sugar packet, however you want to visualize it. This is a visual that many people keep in mind when choosing good products to eat and drink. Let's see some examples of food with this visual in mind. Did you know that the World Health Organization recommends no more than 6 teaspoons of sugar per day? That is equivalent or equal to 24 grams of sugar. Notice the pictures in this wheel. There are some common items that lots of us have in our daily diets, anywhere from cans of pop to chocolate to fruit to vegetables, or a nice summer treat like ice cream. Getting control of your sugar intake is an important part of your body's well-being. However, it is okay to indulge once in a while with some of your favorite treats. It is encouraged to enjoy these treats in moderation. It begins to get dangerous for the body if high amounts of sugar are eaten day after day and as part of a lifestyle. This bad habit can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity. That is the end of this lesson. If you have any questions, please message your teacher on Edsby. Have a great day.